too. And then he burgeoned into this new area of more dramatic fare with Forrest Gump in '94. Well, he won the Academy Award for Best Actor for that one, and Forrest Gump also won Best Picture. And he's directed films across a wide variety of genres for both adults and families. Well, way back when in 1973, Zemeckis graduated from USC, where he won a Student Academy Award for his student film, A Field of Honor. The next, he broke into, well, this is interesting to me because I was a fan of Kolchak the Night Stalker, a 1975 television series that was spooky. And Zemeckis broke into writing scripts by writing a freelance script and submitted it to the producers of Kolchak, and they bought it and they produced it. And his story was called The Chopper, and it was a takeoff of The Headless Horseman, but it was a headless motorcycle rider. Yeah, on Kolchak the Night Stalker. In fact, later on, Zemeckis would advise people who questioned him, how do you start movies? And he would forevermore say, find a television series that's floundering, that's in current production, and write a script for them and send it in. And, it's a good way to start because they're probably desperate for original ideas and interesting scripts. And that's how Zemeckis broke out with a script for Kolchak the Night Stalker. Well, Zemeckis later came to the attention of Steven Spielberg, which basically changed his life, as you can imagine. And Spielberg produced his first two movies, I Want to Hold Your Hand in '78 and Used Cars in 1980. They were well received critically, but they were bombs. So Zemeckis kind of gained a reputation for writing scripts that everyone thought were great, but somehow didn't translate into movies people wanted to see. So that was a problem until Michael Douglas hired him in 1984 to direct his movie, Romancing the Stone, which was completely expected to be a flop, except it wasn't. It ended up being really popular. It became a sleeper hit. And after Romancing the Stone, well, Zemeckis finally had a little bit of clout. And so he got to do many things that he wasn't able to. And, for example, Back to the Future was one of them. And he got to do more interesting films that led into Forrest Gump and more of his top-grossing movies and more serious movies. And that's the story of Robert Zemeckis. And one thing you can find in common with a lot of his movies is he really had a relationship with special effects throughout many of them, and it was a big part of his movies. Just take, for example, Forrest Gump, and all of the scenes where Forrest Gump was in some scene with Elvis or the president or whatever, and that, or think of Back to the Future, the trilogies. So he was really big on special effects. That's Zemeckis, the director of our movie tonight. Yeah, know what's in those drinks, but they got aerosols, baby. Oh.
And another spectacular performance in Contact. Congratulations.
It's a great movie. I really love this film. It's incredible. It's amazing how Robert Zemeckis was able to make this film so exciting and such a great adventure. You know, a real just summer blast with an incredible ride at the end and all that exciting stuff. And then to really have it be about a personal story about people, to have such a strong intelligence to it, and to have it be so human and so emotional. I don't know how he did it. I would have had to choose one or the other.
Some of the final scenes where you are in what you people call the pod.
Yes.
Now, what was going on there? Was it a gimbal set, or what were they doing with all that vibration and everything?
So many things. There were so many sets and so many chairs and so many different pods, each one that had a different reason. It took a very long time to shoot out that sequence, and it probably was the hardest part of the movie because I was all by myself, and there were no other actors around, and I was strapped to a chair, and usually there was blue screens around me, and I had no idea what I was looking at. So not only that, it was about an hour and a half to 2 hours in between takes. So I was really having a hard time there. But it just goes to show you, you know, I was just absolutely surprised when I saw it. The magic of movies, you know, how incredible the vision of the film can change what the actual reality was.
Well, the whole setting was just magnificent. Now, for you, the actress, going through all that rock and roll stuff, did it ever bother you physically?
Yeah, I had a bad moment there. I had about 2 days. 2 days in the third day, luckily, was a Saturday on a weekend, and I woke up and had a vertigo and sort of nausea and stuff, and I realized I was really kind of having an inner ear drama there. So I asked them to, maybe we could move on to another sequence before we went back to that one, because I was really having a hard time. And then, of course, I had seen that 60 Minutes thing on violent shaking and how they use it for torture, in Israel. And I thought, wait, this isn't good. What about my brain cells?
Well, you're smart enough. You could lose a few and still be ahead of most of us.
Thank you. Thank you.
There is a scene also where you're assimilating weightlessness. Now, were you actually in weightlessness, or how did they do that?
There is no way on the planet Earth to have weightlessness. You can simulate it a little bit in water, but that's the closest we can get. And obviously, we couldn't shoot it in water. You have to try everything that you can. I saw a lot of film on weightlessness, and spoke to a lot of people who had been weightless and who had been in that wonderful aircraft that that NASA has, and we just tried to do the best we could, and I guess it works.
Yes, it does. Well, it resembles very much that scene in Apollo 13 where the guys were actually weightless in that aircraft.
Yes, we had a lot of people that had worked on that movie, and they told us that vomiting was a big thing in there. And that was pretty much the only sensation they remember is a bad one in the stomach.
You know what they called it, the vomit comet.
That's right. That's right.
Well, Jody, once again, it's great to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Oh, I'm glad
and
you did.
On so many levels. It's very intelligent, very provocative, but at the same time, a very exciting film.
Thank you.
And it's good to see you.
You
and
too.
Take care.
Take care.
Born to win. I don't. Sorry. I don't. I kind of liked it. Oh, I like that one. I like Panic Room. Okay. Awesome. She's really a talent, and she's directed some movies too. Let's talk about Matthew McConaughey, her co-star in this movie, Stanky McStank. Jacob, sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Anyways, our movie tonight is before he was Stanky. I'm sorry. He plays Palmer Joss, and he was born in '69. He's an American actor. He had his breakout role with a supporting performance in the coming of age comedy Dazed and Confused, 1993, very popular. And after a number of supporting roles, his first success as a leading man came in a movie. Oh, I like this movie. It came in the legal drama A Time to Kill in '96. That was a good one. His career progressed with lead roles in science fiction film Contact, our movie tonight, and the historical drama Amistad in '97, and the war film U-5071 in 2000. And then, well, McConaughey made a shift, deliberately or not, but he starred in a number of romantic comedies that kind of established him as a sex symbol. That included The Wedding Planner in 2001, How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days in '03, Failure to Launch in '06, Fool's Gold in '08, and Ghosts of Girlfriends Past in '09. And then he took a year off at least, and he began appearing in more dramatic roles, beginning with the legal drama The Lincoln Lawyer. And in 2012, he gained wider praise for his roles as a stripper in Magic Mike and a fugitive in a movie called Moon. It was McConaughey's portrayal of Ron Woodruff, a cowboy diagnosed with AIDS, in the biopic Dallas Buyers Club in 2013 that earned him widespread praise and numerous accolades, including the Academy Award for Best Actor. He followed it with a supporting role in The Wolf of Wall Street in 2013 and starred in an HBO crime anthology series True Detective in 2014. And he was nominated for a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Lead Actor in a Drama Series for that. Most recently, you're well, You're going to see him, I guess. I don't think he's done it. This whole Yellowstone series, with Kevin Costner, who's suddenly not going to be on it because his wife hates him or something or other. I don't know. No, don't ask me. I have no idea. Anyways, apparently they're going to follow up Yellowstone with another TV show that's going to feature McConaughey in the new title role. So there you go. That's what you can expect to see him in shortly. Yeah, he's the guy where the alien burst out of his stomach in the famous scene where they're gathered around eating. There you go. Apparently. Huh? Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. So there's a lot of stuff that he's done that is out there, and I appreciate it very much. The full cast of tonight's movie includes Tom Skerritt in a great role, James Woods as well, James Fitchner, and okay, Jake Busey. Do you know Jake Busey? Well, he's like a genetic duplicate of his father, Gary Busey. And by that I mean you'd swear they were the same person. It's just that Jake Busey is younger. Anyways, of all the villains, I got I got to tell you, Jake Busey carries this off as the villain in a Contact. Like, boy, when you see him, you just know, oh my God, that's a villain. Oh God. All right. Well, TBL Tim, tastes like Brain Tim was here for a while. He's got to go. We'll see him later. Thanks for joining us, Tim. By the way, we do this live. Yeah. DJ, let's talk about this movie. Uh, I loved it when it first came out. I'd never read the novel. I have a slight possessive feel about Carl Sagan, the writer of the source material, only because he resided in my neck of the woods for a time and taught college little courses. And so I sort of feel possessive of him there. Uh, and Otherwise, don't know a lot about him except he achieved great public fame by doing a public television show called Cosmos, and that really landed him in the space of like he became a household word. And of course, everyone made fun of him for saying billions of stars, billions. And he made many uh, guest appearances on many, many talk shows like The Tonight Show, etc. Anyways, he became a spokesman for science. And he exhibited to the rest of the world what he exhibited originally to his students, which was just this great ability to communicate science. And I loved the themes that Carl Sagan brought to this story and ended up in this movie. And they're complex and they're smart. And my favorite is really the idea of faith in science and faith in God or the supernatural or I don't know. But two characters in this movie, McConaughey has faith in God, Foster has faith in science, and at the end of the movie, it's reversed. She admits she's got no proof at all that what she experienced happened. But she says, I have faith that it happened. And it is so wonderful how this movie made its way down that precipice between faith and science. Wow. I'm here. Oh, no, I wonder. Well, he probably would have portrayed some obscure outside character. Um, okay, that makes sense. So I think the thing that makes this movie work all the way through is the strength of Jodie Foster's performance. It's incredible from the beginning to the end, especially her climactic scene in the courtroom where she is desperate to explain what she's seen and what she feels and what she knows to be true, and everything's choking up in her throat, and she's trying to express it, and she's emotional, and it is such a moving. It's just so great, and even she's in most every damn scene in the movie, and she really she really comes through in this movie. I'm not sure there's another actress that could have done this, because Jodie Foster has a certain strength where you want to take her seriously, like I'm in a way that I'm not sure other actresses can do. I'm not sure. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Yes, and also it makes her understand what she didn't understand when he was telling her the story of faith. And they connect in that moment, and you can see it in their eyes in the courtroom where they connect. It's absolutely brilliant. Um, there's so many. Oh, go ahead. Well, he was perfect. He was so damn perfect. He was mysterious. He looked. His features were odd. His voice is odd. Everything about him is odd, and of course, he's the guy that secretly has constructed this whole alien thing in secret when the machine, I guess the Americans make, is sabotaged. And lo and behold, Hurt has a whole new machine that pulls the whole thing out of disaster, really. And it's perfect. And he's, by the way, he's residing in space. Do we know why he resides orbiting Earth, TJ? Why is he orbiting Earth? Yeah. Yeah. So he's kind of an Elon Musk character, to be honest. Okay, okay, gotcha. So, there's so many points where this movie takes off, and one of them is when Jodie Foster realizes she's hearing something that's unusual from space. It's a repetitive noise. It's not just static. It's what she's been waiting for her entire life, and she's out in the array, in this vast sort of desert like that, and she hears it and then races back to headquarters to pinpoint it, and super memorable. So many memorable scenes in the movie. Yeah, it's a great surprise and a great turning point for the movie and the story they have to tell. So I really love this movie. I can't recommend it enough. It's got magic. It's got DJ. We let's just talk about what Jodie Foster's character sees when she finally gets to have direct contact after she's gotten to the ship and she's dropped through and she's gone through all this and she's gone through some kind of wormhole, warp, weirdo thing that's never explained. Um, I still have the DVD. Uh, that's amazing because I sure as hell can't remember my first DVD or VHS tape. Um, what did I want to say? Okay, when she arrives finally and she's there in wherever that there is, and she's approached by someone who looks like exactly like her father, except that it's not her father. It's an alien presence that thought that the best way to not disturb her was to appear as her father. And the message she gets is so heartwarming and so benevolent that you just sort of like, oh my God, I hope this is freaking true. Because the message is that there's this greater intellect out there who wants to bring you, Earth, us, into the level of knowledge that they have, and that's all they want. That's all they want. They just want to share knowledge. There's no evil intent. There's no ugly alien. And I just thought that, oh my God, this is just so beautiful. I actually thought this is beautiful. Yeah, it's like, yeah. Well, right. So that um, that year of the Olympics that involved the Nazis before World War II was one of the first live television broadcasts of any kind. And, and what's funny is the next thing, possibly you can imagine they might have seen was "I Love Lucy." Anyways, who knows? But yeah, and actually, this is one of those cases where whatever this other life form is, they are so freaking far away that they're just never going to get here, which is why they send these instructions to create a machine that can unite them. And it's actually sort of a test to see if they give these instructions out, and if you're a civilization that's smart enough to figure it out, then maybe you're worthy of communicating with this higher life form. Anyways, it's all fascinating, and for me, it's faith versus science and how it flips. It flips in this movie, and it's fascinating. The other thing, just timely, interesting thing is whatever the hell is going on, and I certainly don't know, but there's more, I can't say conclusive, but there's more evidence than ever that our government has been documenting things that maybe they haven't been telling us. And these things are coming out, and we've seen the videos. It's been on the news, legitimate news sites, folks, of UFOs. They don't call them that anymore. They put a different name on it to destigmatize it, which is great. I mean, yeah, fine. Let's destigmatize UFO reporting and make it more normal, because that's how we're going to learn. So I'm all for that. But anyways, all I got to say is there is something freaking coming down the line, and whatever it is, I don't know, but it's just interesting that after all these years, I wish to hell Carl Sagan was alive today. That's all I can say. Hmm. Right. So, um, with the acknowledgement of how easy it is to trick people today with artificial intelligence, and how practically anyone can take a video and alter it expertly to look like something's there that isn't. So all of that has to be taken into consideration today. And but whatever, who freaking knows? It's bizarre out there, folks, and my mind's open, but I've got a healthy dose of skepticism that's never going to leave me. So, well, we'll see. Anyways, this is one of those things that in my lifetime I really kind of would like to have resolved. Like, at the end of my life, I want to know if D.B. Cooper got away with it. At the end of my life, I want to know what freaking happened to Amelia Earhart. At the end of my life, I freaking want to know where the hell somebody's body was. Anyway, all I'm saying is, one of the things I really want to know before I die is if there's goddamn aliens visiting our planet. So can we please get this together and prove it soon? Because I'm not going to be here that long. I don't know. Anyways, please. Anyway. All right, there you go. The dark side of the moon. But GJ, we gotta wrap this up. What's Yeah? There you go. All right, in the capsule, next time on Matinee Minutia. It's a late 80s drama. Boy, kids, you're going to like this. It's a sci-fi thriller starring Babs Lover from A Star Is Born. You know who I mean? And former Charlie's Angel by the director of Logan's Run and The Martian Chronicles. An NTSB investigator seeking the cause of an airline disaster meets a warrior woman from 1,000 years in the future. Next time it's Chris Christopherson and Cheryl Ladd in a movie called Millennium. That's next time, Friday, July 7th at 9 p.m. Eastern Live. Yeah, you go first. All right. Now, totally don't remember that. For whatever reason, don't remember that movie. I'm going to recommend a movie that coincidentally also stars Gillian Anderson. Now, this 1998 movie sure doesn't have space aliens that are friendly. I'll just tell you that right now. It's the popular Fox TV series that turned into a movie, The X-Files. Mulder and Scully, portrayed respectively by David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson, and they must fight the government in a conspiracy to find the truth about an alien colonization of Earth. And I guess why I centered on this is that I felt like the combination of the TV series and this particular movie presented what it might really be like if we started to find out about an alien civilization that possibly had been around for a long time. So that's why I chose it. It's a good movie besides, but that's why I chose it. The X-Files from 1998. I want to believe. Oh, the truth is out there, yeah. Well, you know what? That fit. That fit at the time. Anyways, folks, thank you for joining us. We do this live. We did have a live audience with us. We had with us Crone, the ever mysterious Crone, and we had for a short time Matthew Burlingame from what's the show? Thank you, Chubb's Gone Wild. And we had your hubby here for a while too, and maybe some others that dropped in and out. But we appreciate it when anybody can come and join us live. Tim! Tastes like birdie. Thank you, Tim. Good night, Gracie.
Thank you for listening to Matinee Minutia.
Our show streams live on the first and third Friday of the month.
Go to matineeminutia.com. click the YouTube icon for live video. Enter Discord or chat.
You can find our show anywhere you listen to podcasts.
Visit our webpage at matineeminutia.com.
Tweet us on Twitter at Matinee Minutia.
Find our group on Facebook.
Have an idea for a show? Or why not let us know how we're doing?
Email us at matineeminutia@gmail.com.